Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's me, Mexi. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, if you like this video, continue watching and let's get into it. So today, guys, I decided I'm going to do a beautiful look. I have not used my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette in quite some time, and so I decided that I wanted to do a deep mauve and a dramatic mauve, pinky tone-ish with a little bit of brown eyeshadow look today. So let's get into it. I went ahead and I curled my hair for this look. I have my extensions in, and I wanted to keep the pieces straight at the bottom but add a little curl on top. So just going ahead and let's get together and start this video with the makeup I'm going to use. So first off, well, actually, let me explain about the products I use in my hair. So I did use the Rusk hairspray, which is a light hold spray, and a setting spray, and I also use the Aussie spray, which smells delightfully good. It smells like grapes, and I just love that. So it's a very light hairspray. So let me tell you, ladies, if you plan on going to the club or a windy day or somewhere where you're going to be outside, that spray is not for you. Go ahead and get yourself some good old Aquanet, spray that shit on, and call it a day, because this is not going to hold your hair. So hopefully, you know, you got some other products and that you use, but these are the two I use to create the look. And well, here we go. So first of all, what I went ahead and did is I'm going to use the foundation, the base sponge, and I'm applying the Maybelline Poreless Matte Foundation with a damp beauty sponge, and I'm using the Real Techniques sponge, and I'm applying that all over my face for an even application. I'll go ahead and apply that all over. As you can see, there it is, a light touch. And this is very good foundation, guys. I like it. It holds good and does great coverage. Next off, let's see here, I'm going to take the e.l.f. highlighting wand and coverage wand and apply some of the product underneath my eyes. And this is just to give it that extra highlighting and a pop of color to set your concealer or whatever you plan on using. I always apply this first, and this you can just blend out, and for a few seconds I'm just going to let that sit and dry just a little bit so that really stands out well. And this actually is a very good product. I like it. I think you can pick it up for about $3 if I'm not mistaken. I'm just emphasizing on the areas I want to really stand out, so just dabbing that on. Now I'm just going to take that damp beauty blender and finish blending that in just ever so lightly. Now that I've done that, I'm going to take this new product that I got by Wet n Wild, and this is the revitalized product that they did, the one that they changed, and it is the contour and highlight palette, and it's in caramel toffee. And guys, let me tell you, I've never used this before, but just as I'm applying it, I can really see the product. I barely touched the pan and it got a lot of product on the brush. So this is a great product. It's very pigmented and I like the way it looks. It looks a lot better in person. So I know I'm sitting by natural light, so you really can't see it all so well, but I'm just going to dust off the excess with the big beauty brush and brush that off gently, but not too remove any of the contour. And kind of just brush that all over. I'm now taking this oscillating powder by Lancome. And this is a crate. I don't know if you've ever tried this product, but it has loose powder at the bottom, and I use this for setting powder. And it actually has like a vibrated type thing at the top. Don't get any crazy ideas, guys. And so I just take this and I blotch that on right over where I concealed with the contouring, the highlighter, and just kind of put a light touch over it to set it. And this stuff I've had for a while, but it's kind of costly, so, but it's very finely milled and just feels nice on, and decided I would use it in this look. Now I'm taking some blush from it is the Dream Bouncy Blush by Maybelline in the color Hot Tamale, and applying that onto my cheeks. I really like the Dream Bouncy blushes because they're very pigmented, and you just have to use a little and it stays on for quite some time. It has a very good staying power, and a lot of people don't give it justice, but I really like it. I think I own a couple of them, so I think it's really pretty, and this color's nice for just giving that flushed look, and that's the look that I was trying to achieve. So I went ahead and just applied that with my fingertips without using a brush because it seems to blend easiest for me. And that's it there. And again, that's in Hot Tamale. Next, I'm going to take my Too Faced eyeshadow primer, and I've applied that, and I've already started on one brow, and I'll go ahead and work on the second one. So just doing gentle sweeping motions with the pencil. The pencil I love so much, and it doesn't move, even though it's not an eyebrow pencil. It's more an eyeliner pencil, but what I do is I apply a powder over it to keep it from rubbing or blending. So that's that. Next, I'm going to take the product. Oh, I'm sorry, the eyebrow brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just buff that in and smooth it down. This helps keep the product down onto your brow hair, and keeps the eyebrows looking even and smooth. I now took the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I applied that all over the lids, completely all over the lids, all the way to the brow bone. And I'm going to blend that in with my fingertips, and I'm actually going to blend that underneath the lash line as well, because I do like the way it looks once you apply your shadows to it, and it holds a nice base coverage and a good lid primer, and it really makes the eyeshadow stand out so much nicer. At least for me it does, so I don't know. I mean, if you haven't tried it, you might want to try it in one of your tutorials, but this is probably a product that will never leave my drawer because I use it for a lot of reasons, and this is something that just makes your eyeshadows really, really, really stand out. And with a gentle sweep motion, I go ahead and blend that underneath the lash line as well. And looks like that. Now I'm going in with my Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to take this color here and use this as my transition color. Just take a fluffy brush and lightly apply that up high. I'm taking this color up very high because I really want it to stand out and leave a lot of space for me to build up on other colors against this color. I usually let my video run while I'm doing this. Most people zip it fast, but I kind of like to leave it so that people can actually see the blending strokes and the motions as to applying the shadow. Well, now I'm going to go in and I'm taking this purpley pink color and applying it with the angle brush, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of my lid. I'm going to go and I'm actually looking for another color to blend it with because I didn't really choose the eyeshadow colors I wanted to do. I just knew I was going to use this palette for this look. I did now select a brown color, well, it looks like a shimmery pink brown, and I'm putting that color into my crease and just blending it back and forth and all over. Like that. And I really like it because you can build the colors up if you use a very light color, but it's kind of difficult when you want to use a very dark color and try to build up other colors on top of it. So depending on actually some of the shadows, like Urban Decay is one of the ones, if you use light colors you can build it up, but sometimes on really dark colors it's hard to build color on color. You really wouldn't be able to tell that you even had it on. But yeah, so anyhow, now I'm going to go in and take this more deeper brown that looks like more of a matte shade, and I'm going to just apply that in the center of the lid and keep it to the side and inner, back and forth in sweeping motion again, right on top of that other color. Now I go ahead and place my tape because I'm going to work on the outer edge with a darker shade and I don't want any fallout. So taking that same brush on the tip, I went in with a, looks like the last color in the palette. I don't know which one it is at the moment, but it's the darker, the very last shade in this palette, and I am just dabbing it and dabbing it on. It looks like I'm slapping the eye, but I'm just applying that on the outer edge along the tape line, kind of into a point and bringing it up and inward. This is a very good palette actually, like for weddings, soft looks, stuff like that. These colors in this palette would work for those looks really well. Now I'm taking my glitter palette by Beauty Treats, and I'm going to try to attempt to use one of these colors in here. I was thinking this purple shade just to really stand it out, but I think I'm going to have trouble with this. These glitters don't work all that great, but the only color I ended up using was a light silver color in this, and it doesn't show up very much. I would assume that if you're under like the nighttime light or something it would show, but I kind of gave up on packing it on. It was getting too messy, so it's not the best glitter palette ever, but it did show up just a little bit for the look. I've already added my liner, so I used the Jordana cat liner in liquid black, and I applied that on the top line and a little bit underneath, just about to the center. Now I'm taking the e.l.f. highlighter stick again, and I'm using the opposite end, which is, this is the highlighter end, and just placing a few drops onto the outside of the nose, in the middle of the forehead, right on the chin, above the lips, and with your fingertip or a brush you can go ahead and apply that on. You want to lightly dab it in so that you can see it so that it shows up. It's a very light opal-y shade. It's really pretty. Like I said, I used direct light for this view. I did not use any room light or any studio lighting. Actually, I haven't been using my studio lighting at all, but I've been so busy, guys, so bear with me because I will get that stuff going eventually. Just don't have the time at the moment, but well, the lighting was fine and decided to use it, so it is what it is, and so be it. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara, and I'm using, again, the Benefits They're Real. I think this is going to be one of my favorite mascaras at all times because I don't have very long lashes, but this stuff just really knocks it out of the park. I love it, and I think you can only put about maybe 2 coats and you're good to go. It actually holds up because I've had that on and didn't wash my face one night, and the next morning I saw my eyelashes were still holding up. They were very much black and they looked really good, so this is a very good product. I don't know how much it costs, but you could check it out online or at your local counter, and its Benefits They're Real. And well, okay, now for the finished touch. I'm going to apply Angel by MAC, one of my favorite shades ever, and I don't really like pink lipstick, but this one I can't let go because it's so beautiful, and it just plays this whole entire look together. So I'm applying that on the bottom, and then I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Milkshake, and I'm going to put that over the top. The color combination is really nice. It just gives it more of a pop and builds up, and then I like how it has a dry down effect, so it holds in the 2 shades really well. Well, guys, this is the finished look. This is under better lighting. What do you think? If you liked what you see, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Tell me what you think of the makeup. If you want to see some other type of looks, comment down below. Give me some general ideas. I'm looking for ideas on looks. I'm kind of running out of ideas. I don't know. I'm starting to keep doing repeated looks. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing stuff, but I like the way this turned out. I kind of see the glitter, but not a whole lot, but you get the picture. And by the way, the Wet n Wild under concealer, I really love the product. It works good. So if you haven't picked it up, guys, pick it up at your local drugstore. It only cost me $4.99, and I'm sorry, but it works better than the banana powder from Ben Nye. So it works good. And remember, the color is caramel toffee. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, I'm here. So like, subscribe, thumbs up again. Have a great evening. Mwah. And bye.